Now, they were once a common sight above our farmland, but in the last few years, the barn owl population has gone into decline. A string of extreme weather events, hard winters and wet springs has led to a drop in numbers, and 2013 was the worst winter mortality on record. But there is another problem. Today, the Barn Owl Trust has handed in a petition of more than 120,000 signatures calling for stronger controls on the use of rat poisons that are also having a deadly effect on the barn owl. Last night, I went out to West Berkshire to investigate.
I love the barn owls.
You do?
Yeah, I do love the barn owls. They're like a ghost at night. Oh, look, 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 look.
Oh, yes, yes.
Snipe.
Is it snipe?
That's snipe. Oh.
But not the old barn owl. Oops, what went up there? Something just took off there.
When you see a tawny owl, it's just sort of braying, but when you see one of these, and when you see them up close, you see the white on the front which draws your attention, but when you see the colour of the back...
Absolutely amazing.
When you look at the camouflage on them, that's no good for a barn, unless it's a white barn. But if you take it back a stage further, before barns, before agriculture, limestone caves, perfect camouflage. Stick one of them in a limestone cave, it's camouflaged. But because agriculture, man started storing grain in barns, they moved into the food supply, became the barn owl. Sadly, barns are disappearing, so sooner or later they'll be called the nest box owl, I think.
But these nest box owls are facing tough times. Extreme weather and climate change have violated their habitat. But we humans are doing something else that is leading to their downfall. Now, this looks a horrible death. What's gone on here?
The strongest rat poisons are anticoagulants. They thin the blood until eventually the victim dies from hemorrhaging. So typically the blood comes out of the beak or sometimes comes out of the back end.
So there's little doubt this is rat poison?
Very little doubt. This is symptomatic of rodenticide poisoning.
The barn owl survives on this farm precisely because they unusually use no poison. So we're just going down to the grain store and the dryer, and there's just a chance that it being a very cold night that a couple of these barn owls may have gone in there for a bit of warmth. Let's hope. Sometimes they roost in these rafters. I don't think there's anything here. What's this? That's a rat trap. So
To save using poison.
Yep.
So the rat sneaks in behind there to try and get into the grain, walks over there,
Whoa.
and you got him.
You've got him. You know, it's all very well saying we've got to rescue these poor old barn owls, but what do you say to the farmer?
We want the strongest poisons to be used as a last resort, and importantly, we want to ban a practice called permanent baiting. This is where people are putting down rat bait where there aren't any rats. Basically, the situation with rat poisons in Britain is that their use is completely out of control. 84% of barn owls in Britain contain rat poison. 84%. Rat poison and the poisoning of our precious barn owls is something that we can actually do something about.
Today's petition, with over 120,000 signatures, was handed to the government calling for action on poisons. Just one step in preserving this most beautiful, most British and most beloved bird.
A wise owl meets the barn owls.
Let's hear it for the barn owl.